life. Haven't done these as much as I want to. Yeah, let me. Alright, so it's a little different today. Not showing an arm wrestling workout per se. I'm just showing an arm day of mine. Because, yeah, showing an arm day of mine. Hey drummer, what's up? Today's a little different. I'm not doing. Hey, warming up. I'm not doing a arm wrestling workout per se. I'm doing just an arm workout. So, I mean, indirectly it translates to arm wrestling, but that's different. So, I'm just gonna be doing some biceps, triceps, and forearms. It is real. It's like, I think it's like 19 degrees outside. It's warmer in the garage. You go outside and the wind pierces right through your clothes. It's kind of irritating, but hey, that's normal, isn't it? So I forgot I was doing this today. So earlier, yeah. That's winter though. I forgot I was doing this today. So earlier, I did back pressure. Because yeah, I have started training back pressure directly now. So I don't know if that's gonna impact my performance on these curls, but we'll see. It's like, it's more static back pressure, so I wouldn't think it'd be that big of a deal. And this is really bringing me back to when putting all these together. It is nice in the gym. Dumbbells are, well, you just grab them. You don't have to assemble them or anything. But this is very nostalgic. Anytime I do this. Alright. I probably should have assembled these before I went live, but, you know, oh well. For the gains on turkey. Yeah, the gains are coming. Gains are on their way. I've been making good gains. I've been making steady progress in the gym. Like, I took a picture of just my back at rest, where I'm just standing. It's a lot better than I thought it was. It's a lot better than it was 6 months ago, even. Is this 40? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. This is 47.5 pound dumbbells. Try to get 4. So I do them basic bodybuilder style, one at a time, slow and controlled. Hello, hello Shankar. Yeah, because arm wrestling is all like small range of motion, not really caring about controlling it too much. So I try to make these the antithesis of that. All right, here we go. All right, that's worse than I did last time, but oh well. All right, there we go. I've learned to not rush bicep curls. Not really. I find, I mean, this sweatshirt's mobile enough. It works. Had it for years. But yeah, I'm trying not to take the same mentality from arm wrestling training to arm training, because arm training is a lot slower. Hurt my back a little deadlifting. So if you heard, I've never had a back flare up while deadlifting myself. Hello, Warlord. But I would say take time off of any kind of exercise that loads the low back heavily. Do, I would say every day do like 2 to 4 sets of dead arm hangs. They really help for like 10, 20, 30 seconds, however you can hold. That decompresses everything. Maybe get some blood in there. I would say if you have access to a reverse hyper machine is amazing for the low back. I've been using it at my gym, and my low back is better in temperament. So if you have access to that, or even just doing it off the side of your couch with just your legs, getting blood into your low back to help it recover, that would be good too. Jesus is king. I'm not religious myself. We've had this conversation on here before. I'm not religious myself, but I got nothing wrong with it, or no problems with it. I was thinking about lens. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, I enjoy lifting. Oh, they're leaving, yeah. I was wondering what that sound was. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this second set, no matter how bad it goes. That's it, all right. Now move on to triceps. All right. Okay. Not going best today, but oh well. I wish you luck, man. All right. So, yeah. I had someone has commented on something, dog. Don't know what. Hey, Dad. Yeah, I don't know if you want to be on.
Mom's still laying down?
Yeah, she is. Sorry, Dad walked in. He don't like being on a live stream or nothing. Can't blame him. But not saying I don't like live streaming. It's just that if you're walking in on someone live streaming, you probably don't want to be on the live stream. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these apart, and then I will show you what I'm doing. Well, I've already shown what I do for triceps at home here, but this will be the first time live stream it or anything. Yeah, I've been enjoying work at Kroger. It's fun. I think I might have already said this, but it's more of a solitary job. So even if I have coworkers that I'm not fond of, which I do, don't really have to be near them, so you know there's that. Whereas working in a restaurant, you're kind of right on top of your coworkers. Alright. So if you don't like them, then well, that sucks because you have to be around them. This is the boring part. Alright. So I'll move into triceps now. I like to do overhead tricep extensions with the Easy Bar. I do them sitting down. Don't know why, it's just how I've done them. Be right there. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I'm gonna grab the Easy Bar. Alright. Yeah, triceps. Been working on my triceps pretty heavy for benching, you know, and overhead pressing. In fact, I just released a video. The legend of overhead press continues. And if you know, I'll get on there, come on. If you know what I'm referencing with that, I really hope you do. It's a good ass show. The legend of the character's name. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know why I gave up on getting a 155-pound overhead press. I don't think I should have, because I mean, growing big shoulders, the overhead press. Besides, you know, doing like side delts, lateral raises, upright rows, stuff like that, your overhead press is the main way, at least in my opinion. I might make a video because there's been a wave of people who don't like the overhead press and think it sucks. I completely disagree with them. If you give yourself time to adjust to how you do it, like if you don't just jump straight into heavy weight on overhead press, you'll get the stability down. You'll learn how to brace. You brace, squeeze your glutes. You can straighten your legs if you want to, unless you're gonna push press. In that case, you can have a little bit of pop in them. But yeah, that's about it. It's 90. All right. Gotta get this going. I like the overhead press. Actually, if you watch the video, the newest Legend of OHP installment, I actually already hit a rep PR. At least I think. I think that bar I was using in the video weighs 45. I don't know why they would have barbells that don't weigh 45 pounds there. It felt like it weighed 45, so that's good. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed off because now my ego takes a big hit. But yeah, hit a rep PR for working sets. My working sets, 2 sets of 5. All right, moving on to triceps. Says, yeah, 100. All right, let's do this. I mean, make sure you'll actually be able to see what's happening. Yeah. If I turn you like this a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. Boom. All right, here we go. always start, I do 6 to 8 on these. I always start at the bottom end of the range, of the rep range, just to be safe. You can see there, pretty sure I almost dropped it on my head. I went down and it kind of went forward a little bit at first. How much weight is that? Oh, it's 100 pounds. I started with 85. I've only been doing this once a week. Every time I hit 2 sets of 8, I do 2.5 pound increase. Because that's what I can say is if you're at home and you have these loadable like bars and dumbbells, micro plates help incredibly with progressing smoother on these small movements. 2 1-pounders, 2.75s, 2 0.5s, and 2 2.5 or 2 0.25s. But yeah, they help a lot with smooth progression, especially on arm wrestling lifts. They're also nice and colorful, but they've got some wear and tear on them, at least on the paint on them. That's okay. They just need to weigh. They don't need to paint. Yeah, I might switch to skull crushers. I'm not quite sure. I know doing stuff overhead biases the long head, your tricep, I think. I don't know. Some people say that any overhead work bias the long head. Some people say that it's all about like, I know on push downs, if I'm using a rope and I go behind my body, even just doing it like this, I feel it really intense right here. Low skull crushers. Yeah, I like them too. It's just that I feel like I need to be more careful with them for myself, for elbows and whatnot. But I could also try something like the JM press with the easy bar here. I know that's really beneficial for arm wrestling too, for elbow health and pain and all that stuff. But yeah, skull crushers are nice. I always did them too, like laying down. I always did them like this. Sometimes, like because I would do them with dumbbells, I would go like that. I never really did the pullover style. I don't know what the difference between them is, or which one's harder. I just always did the to your face one. 1 second. Yeah, I might start wearing my coat out here, at least in the beginning, like I did last time. I just didn't want to because I knew my coat would definitely block my elbows on this lift. Alright, I think it's time to get the second set going. Alright. Okay, damn. God, dude. Yeah. I will keep it up. I'm doing, if you're talking about dips there, I am doing dips again. On my Instagram, I think I posted, or not, on YouTube as well, posted me doing pause dips. I like pause dips a lot more. I don't get any sternum or shoulder pain or nothing. Big form tip. Big form tip for dips would be something that helped me. Actually, I still need these. Something that helped me for dips, sternum pain or shoulder discomfort or whatever. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. So when you're doing when I do dips, first of all, if you can get dip bars that are more narrow, closer to you, that's better. And also get ones that don't shake when you're loading heavy weight on, because then end up spending more energy trying to stabilize what you're holding on to rather than actually dipping. So doing dips, I like to engage my abs and keep my legs straight. And then as I go down, I'm kind of leaning forward a little bit. I'm not just going straight up and down. I'm kind of leaning forward a little bit. I do a pause at the bottom, not for super long. It's more like this. Something like that. Not a long pause, but I find it just helps with control and all that. So I was going to show something arm wrestling related, but I think I'm just going to call it here and just do that off camera. But yeah, I like this little arm day. Of course, you know, it's isolated arms done strict, so I'm not going to progress insanely quick, especially doing it just once a week. But I like it, you know. I find it works for me. And in arm wrestling, let's be honest, I agree with Todd Hutchings to an extent that biceps are not the most important thing. I think they help though. So like, if someone has strong biceps, of course, they're gonna have a better starting point in arm wrestling. But I guess once you get to Todd Hutchings level, biceps become less important. But you know, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. All right, that's gonna do it for this stream, everyone. If you enjoyed it, stick around for the next one and subscribe so you can see more videos from me. Just a little sneak peek. My next video is going to be about how the natty limit doesn't exist. That one might ruffle some feathers. I don't believe there's a natural limit. But that's for a different time. I shouldn't talk about it right now, because then I'll just be spoiling the video. So, that's going to do it for this one, and I'll catch you all next time. God, I need to get better at outros again. I've lost my touch.